My heart just out of the stigma that comes along with it. Okay? There are so many ways you don't even have to tell people you talking to somebody. You get you, even if I know a lot of people are not comfortable with therapists. Well, there are life coaches. You don't want a therapist. And if you don't want a life coach, honey, you find you a friend, you find you somebody that's trustworthy. Get it out. Get your feelings out. Get your emotions out, whatever it is. Journaling is great. I journal. It's a way to get my thoughts out. But one thing about that journal, as great as it is, and I recommend it, but as great as it is, and my therapist told me that journal cannot talk back to you, right? And sometimes you need to say things out loud. You need to say things out loud. Find someone you can trust. Find someone you can lean on, And if you have that already, my God, you're ahead of the game. You are ahead of the game. So, I have been talking for quite some time. Let's get to work. Let's get all the things that we need to do today. I am going to the other two schools to do some work in today. So I'm going to take y'all along with me and officially welcome to the vlog. You guys, so today is Tuesday, and we have just dropped off my daughter, and we are now headed to work. So on today's agenda, I'm going to my office, and I'll only be at the school for half day. And then I am going to the first day of a conference for mental health coordinators in the state of Alabama. So I am going to, y'all leaning. Okay, I'm going to take you all with me. It's a total of 3 days. So today is a whole day for new coordinators, but a half day or semi-half day, it's not even really a half, but we'll just say half day for those of us who have been in the position before. So I don't have to be there at the location until 1 o'clock. So, but it takes me, well, from my office, I was about to say an hour. It takes me an hour from home, but from my office, you can say an hour, 15 minutes. So I'm going to leave at about, I plan to leave at 11, but I better leave at about 10:30, 10:45, so I have enough time to gas up and, just leave in enough time to do all the things that I may need to do. But I am officially welcoming you all to the vlog, and let's get our day started. let's get to work. So I just arrived to work. First things first, I'm gonna go out, probably stand at the door and greet some of the students, then check emails and just get ahead of anything that may be waiting on me. But at 10:45, we're out. Trying to lose this weight, y'all. So this morning, last night I had watermelon for dinner, and this morning I'm having watermelon, trying to save my calories for a Starbucks coffee today. So we are getting Starbucks when we go up for this conference, but this watermelon is so good. But yeah, so I'm gonna go out and greet some of the students. I'm not gonna put their faces on camera, so I'll probably check back in with you guys when I'm headed up to the conference. So I just made it to the location. We are walking in.
Every day, and nobody knew. And I had this secret out there, and the truth is that I didn't think there was any way out. So one morning we're down in the ICU, and we always start in the ICU. My resident, Scott Brown, who was an intern, we always take the sickest patient first. I said, tell me about this patient. This is still when we had paper charts. Okay, what's addiction? Addiction is the continued use despite consequences. And she's using heroin, she's pregnant. I bring her in, I detox.
But it is officially a wrap of day 2 of the conference. I had to come for a little bit of Starbucks, a little pick-me-up treat. Yesterday, I was so tired after the conference, so I had to stop by Starbucks and just get a little pick-me-up on this drive home. So today is, officially day 2 is over. One more day. So tomorrow is the last day of the conference. And then Monday I return to the school. But you guys, today was so good. So good. We had Stephen Lloyd was our speaker, and he just went over, of course, his career, but all the impact that he is making in Tennessee. And it is so beautiful to hear, like, the growth and how he is helping pregnant women overcome addiction, and just how he's helping move that state of Tennessee forward. And it's not so stigmatized in a sense for pregnant women, but also incarcerated people. So that is his next step. He's helped put laws in place, and he was just, I'm going to show you all a little clip, but he went over how he was once addicted, and of course he's a doctor, so he had the system working for him to get the treatment he needed and just to get the help he needed. Now, he acknowledges, and I love this about his about the speech he gave. He acknowledged that the system does not work the same for me or maybe or you. You know, basically, if you don't have the money or people in your corner rooting for you, he was a doctor, so you know they wanted him to come back, so they helped him in any way that they could. And not everyone is afforded the same opportunities, and that's very unfortunate. And it's beautiful. I hope that one day I could go and visit and actually see the work that he's doing, like live in action, because y'all, things like that fires me up. It fires me up because now Alabama is getting better, but we are not 100% there. And I loved it. He spoke on having a client, you know, she was addicted and her mom was able to convince her to get help, and she was thriving. Like, these women are pregnant that he's, you know, discussing with us. She was just thriving, and she had gotten better, you know, beautiful, just, she was gorgeous. You guys, we judge people oftentimes when they're on drugs, whatever they are going through. Individuals have we judge people before knowing their story, but she got clean and sober, and you know, it was almost time for her to have the baby. And of course, it would have been so much helpful for her to have the child there, and she still would have been able to get help, but she decided to go back to where she was from. And of course, when you go back to your old environment, what happens, right? You kind of get wrapped back up, and long story short, she ended up dying of addiction. I mean, not of addiction, but of an overdose. She got back with the child's father, and it just went downhill. And you know, he lightened the stories up and made them, you know, threw some jokes here and there. He was like, he'd never heard of what a baby daddy was, and it's just, you know, just to lighten the mood. But the stories were just so touching. But it goes on every day, and I like I said, I love that he acknowledged, you know, the system don't work the same for everybody. So you guys, this work is good work and is needed work, and I'm so happy to be a part of it. And it was just, I thoroughly enjoyed him today. It was great. Today was just so good. Like I said, I'm gonna incorporate some clips in here, but it was so good, so good for my soul. They fed us breakfast. I didn't really eat the breakfast for real. They had eggs, bacon. I don't do the bacon. Eggs, bacon, biscuit, gravy. So I didn't really eat much this morning. So by lunchtime I was starving. And they had different options for us. I should have whipped out the phone and showed you all, but I'm still getting used to being the blogger that is around with the camera. But tomorrow I may do better. I may actually show you guys what we had for breakfast. Yesterday I could not, because I was really late yesterday, but I was able to, and we were more congested. Today was full too, and I did not know virtual was an option. I probably would have opted for that, but it was an option, and I didn't know before getting here. But for lunch, I ended up having a chicken Caesar salad, and it was so good. And I have been drinking mostly water because, you guys, I was watching my calories for this coffee. Starbucks. We don't have a Starbucks where I live, so I have to get it when I'm in the bigger cities. So yes, what a wonderful treat. But other than that, the conference, I am headed home to my children. I did have to leave a few moments early. Just trying to make it home to my son and my daughter, but I need to get him off the van. Oh, they're putting up full seconds right there. But you guys, that is the end of day 2. it True Heart, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to put his name on the screen when I edit this. But these things, like, they pump you up, you guys. They pump you up. Or pump me up, and I love it. And it's just confirmation that, y'all, mental health is my field. And, you know, of course, I may not. Are you insane? The cars, traffic is going, and we are almost right up on you. We are like right there up on you, and you decide to pull out. You guys, let me get off of this camera and focus for them and for me. You guys are propped up, and you know you're not moving, but let me. I'll see you guys in the next clip. I cannot.
When I travel and go on planes is when the flight attendant says, make sure you secure your oxygen mask first before helping other people. And I'm not even gonna lie to you, I barely listen to what they're saying after that part. I'm ready to take my nap, I'm trying to get my sleep in. But it catches my attention because oftentimes in life, we don't apply this way of thinking in our lives if something were to really go down.
Granted, it came out. Who remembers Tumblr? Yes! Okay! So Tumblr was like one of those weird ones.
The adolescent brain. Well, we know that the adolescent brain is still forming. We also know that around age 10, children's brain usually go through a shift.
Hello, guys. I think I started in my car and we're finishing in the car. So I am headed home. It is Friday, and today concludes the conference. And I just want to say, overall, all in all, you guys, the conference was so great. So great. We ended, and I may throw a little, you know, I think I threw a little clip up in there, but ended pretty much with social media and teens, right? And it was just so much. The entire conference, honestly, was so much good information, and some things I never really put two and two together, and it's just, I learned so much. So if you are a social worker, mental health coordinator, teachers, we had juvenile probation officers in that conference. So people from so many different professions in the room with the same goal, though, is to educate and do our best to better our communities. And just learning, you know, we had a topic on drugs. I don't even know if I can say this stuff on YouTube. I may edit it out because I don't know if I can say it on YouTube. Anyways, we had a conversation just about all the horrible things, read between the lines with me, all the horrible things going on and being distributed into our communities and how we can combat that. And guys, I wish I could just like have recorded that entire conversation, because I was like, you know what, we went over this yesterday and I don't know if I want to hear it again today, but I learned just so much I'm gonna take back to my community, but also to my own children, to my own nieces and nephews. Like, you guys, get in these kids' lives. Like, and I'm not even just talking about your children, right? Get in these kids' business, you all, because the things that I learned in that conference, and I feel like I came last year, and I learned a lot last year. I mean, it just blows my mind every time. So the network of it all and being able to learn from one another is just, I love that. I love that for everyone in this state, but also people came from other states though. I was sitting at a table today and yesterday with a retired social worker accreditation. Amazing. It was amazing. I hope you all got something out of this vlog and enjoyed it. Getting to see a few days of the life of just what I do, what I love to do. And I know we're in the culture of, it's popular to quit your jobs and be entrepreneurs, and I think that is great. I think that people who have the opportunities to do that or who want to do that, it is amazing. But today just made me realize, you guys, how important, and I'm not, first of all, let me just say, I did not say that to knock entrepreneurs. I think that is a beautiful thing. You guys own your time. You know what I mean? But I just think about the work of like social work or community work, community-based work. And I just think, like, if we all quit our jobs, like if every teacher, right? I work in the school system, so if every teacher decided, I don't want to do this, I want to go do something else, and they quit their jobs, and we're seeing this. I'm not naive. We are seeing more and more people quitting every day, right? It's just, that's just what it is. But if we all were to do that, who would be left to do the much needed work? The much needed work. In whatever space that is, lawyers, nurses, doctors, social workers, teachers, who would be left to do this work and pass the torch? And so, of course, I do have things I want to do outside of what I do now in the school system. Of course I do. But I was in there like, I can do both. I can absolutely do both. Because I think sometimes we think it's stuck in our mind, we just have to do one thing, right? We just have to do one thing. But yeah, that was just a thought I was having on my way back home. Who would do the work? And a lot of this work that we do is so important, and yes, it can be challenging at times. Absolutely. In this field, we deal with a lot of different personalities. We are dealing with a lot of egos at times. Just different ways of doing things. Everybody has a different way of doing something, right? If there is one task, well, and if there are 5 people, the 5 people all may have a different way of doing something. So, of course, I understand it from that perspective, but I just feel like, I just hope everybody don't quit their jobs, because, again, who would do the work? But I enjoyed it. I'm going, as I edit this, I hope that you all get something out of it. And you guys, Alabama is usually the last of a lot of things. But I'm so proud that we are above, like we are really far ahead of the game as far as it comes to, as far as mental health is concerned. Do we have a long way to go? Absolutely. We had a speaker there, and she was just, she was saying, of course we have a long way to go, but